Well, hi, you guys. All right, let's talk about something else. It's going to be related, it's just going to be a little tangent of it. So, how about the vibrational frequencies thing? I think it's pretty clear that our bodies are made up of energy. Not only does science recognize that in the fact that there is the equivalent of a 9-volt battery of energy flowing through us, but so do the Eastern systems of religion like Qi and the systems that believe that the body is made up of energetic meridians, the chakra system in India, and the Chinese systems of medicine that introduce acupuncture to try and unblock energy blockages. So, if you think about vibrational frequencies, color doesn't necessarily exist. It only exists because our eyes perceive different vibrational frequencies differently and interpret that as color. But there's a whole spectrum that is beyond ultraviolet, and there's a whole spectrum that's below infrared. So we're just attuned to a very narrow frequency of color. Same thing with sound. We're just attuned to a very narrow frequency. It makes you start to think that we're almost kind of a radio, and we're a vessel that transmits consciousness, and that consciousness is picked up by our brain at certain frequencies, and the rest of it goes by unnoticed. So this has parallels in kind of the different layers of waking versus sleeping, and conscious reality versus unconscious, and sober states versus psychotic or drug-induced states. So what happened with me was that I smoked a bit of weed, and that, I think, raised my vibrational frequency. This has happened 3 other times in the past. Each time has been progressively more intense, and I think that's because my intellect has been processing all this information and putting it together piece by piece, so that the next time my vibrational frequency rose, I could get a higher view of reality, and I could piece together more pieces of the puzzle than I ever have before. So it raised my vibrational frequency to the point where I broke into this other realm. I pierced the veil, or whatever. Either that or it was demonic deception, or it could be a little bit of both. But in that realm, I saw the interconnectedness of all life. I saw that life was basically a lucid dream. It was pure consciousness. I started getting these communications from these higher vibrational frequencies. Call them angels, call them demons, call them aliens, call them ourselves that have progressed to the point where we don't need bodies. Because if humans are the neural network of the planet, we're the neurons, we're the consciousness inducing creatures that allow the planet and really the universe to wake up and look at itself and go, what the heck? Like, that's me. So that's basically what we are. And so if it's a case of evolving consciousness and evolving consciousness, then perhaps the next phase in our evolution is starting to transcend our physical bodies. And maybe because time doesn't exist in the way that we think it is, maybe there are beings that have already transcended this time-space continuum or this vibrational frequency and are communicating back with us. Or maybe it's even ourselves from a parallel dimension. So that's a little something to think about. That's a little something to chew and digest and let it sift through your organisms, your stomach, and all the organs which are systems within systems within systems, which is what we are. So ponder that.